Hey everybody. Hello. This is Filter Free Friday. So I just wanted to talk to y'all real quick. I'm in the parking lot at my job. So if you see me like looking over, speaking, maybe real ghetto and like do a little brief convo real quick to somebody walking by, it's because I'm at work. I'm supposed to go in early I'm supposed to go in, but I got here early so I could do this video and then go to work. Okay. So my subject today is going to be, disclaimer, I might curse in my video, so if you don't like curse words, then this is not the page for you, okay? But my video today is going to be about how to beat cancer. I see a lot of videos on YouTube about suggestions and things on how you can beat cancer and foods you can eat and things you can take, which is all well. I agree with them 110%, but a lot of people are making these videos who never had cancer. So you really, I am so wrinkled, y'all. Excuse me. I don't care. I'm going to work. Look, this is an old shirt. I had this Tony t-shirt for at least 4 years. But anyway, so a lot of the people are telling these videos and suggesting things to do, and they never had cancer. So I'm going to tell you from my perspective, because you're talking to a stage 4 cancer survivor. Okay. I started out with endometrial cancer, which is in the ovary. So it's underneath the ovarian cancer, subject line, whatever. I don't know, I might delete that. But it's underneath the ovarian cancer category. Okay. So I had stage 3 ovarian cancer, and then it was so aggressive because of the mistakes that I was making and things that I was allowing and enduring at the time that it advanced to stage 4. So you're talking to someone who beat cancer at stage 4. And unfortunately, I had the type of cancer that's 80% chance that it's going to come back. So this is why I wanted to make this video, because a lot of people beat cancer and then you see it recurring again and coming again in different areas and different parts of their body. Okay. This is what I want to tell you on how you can beat cancer. Okay. First thing. Do not listen to your friends. Do not listen to your family. If they are not in the medical field, everybody has suggestions for you. Everybody knows somebody who has cancer and what they did. And even if they had your type of cancer, it doesn't matter. Different strokes for different folks, because everybody is different. This is why I'm going to give you advice on a roundabout, opposed to so detailed for one particular type. Okay. This is just what I know about beating cancer in general. Not beating ovarian cancer, not beating endometrial cancer, but just beating cancer. Do not listen to your friends and family. They don't know what they're talking about. I'm sorry, they don't. And if they do give you suggestions, don't just take it. Do your own research. Number 2, do your own research. You have to. You cannot take the word of the oncologist. You can't take the word of the hematologist. You can't take the word of the nutritionist. You can't take the word, because a lot of people are out here about money. Cancer is about money. They're not really, honestly, this is how I feel. They're not really trying to help you beat it. They're trying to help you endure and for it to linger out long as possible on the cusp of life and death, because it's money. And so when you start doing your own research and you start asking questions to your oncologist, your doctors, whatever, and you're like, well, I read this, that, and the third, or why do I have to have chemo when I can just get the pill? Because chemotherapy is way more expensive than a 30-month supply of the chemo pill. So they'll walk all around that subject of why not to do that. Then the first thing they're going to push is chemo. Chemo. Sometimes you don't even need chemo, or you can beat it without it. Because chemo is actually, they're poisoning you. They're inserting poison inside of you to attack the cancer, but it's also attacking your major organs. This is why after my first round of chemo, I had a massive heart attack 7 days later. They didn't want to say, oh, it was because of the chemo. Of course, they'll never say that. They'll never admit that. Why would they? It's a lawsuit. They was like, oh, it's just a really strange coincidence. No, it's not. No, it's not. It was the chemo. It broke my heart down. Okay? You're talking to somebody who, ever since chemo, I've had 3 heart attacks and 2 strokes and countless seizures. Mind you, I did get seizures. I won't blame my seizures on cancer, because I was enduring epilepsy before cancer, but it seems like, to me, the chemo was a trigger for it. So I know what I'm talking about. So please don't think I'm just like trying to give you whack advice, or I don't know what I'm saying, or I'm just trying to do this for clicks, likes, and views. Look, y'all see my subscribers. Y'all see I don't get that many views. I'm just trying to help someone. And if I can help just one person save their life like I did, then that's what I'm here to do. Later on, what I'm going to do is a more in-depth video, and I'm going to show you the things that I take to this day daily to fight the recurrence of cancer. And I'll tell you, like, I'll just go way more in depth. Right now, this is going to be a roundabout video on how you can beat cancer. Okay, next thing. Google is not your friend. And this is why I tell you that. I always say Google it. Google me, Google. You know how we do. No, not when it comes to cancer. No, you do not. Okay, because Google is only going to feed you what they want you to know. And basically what they want you to do, because it's all a cluster together. Like, they're all linked up together in one way or another. And I'm not going to go that deep into that right now. But Google is only going to tell you what they want you to know, because they want you to continue making money for the government as far as chemo, radiation, doctor bill, blah, 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 recurrences, whatever. So you're only going to get so far Googling. You're going to have to go the old school route. And you're going to have to go to the library. And you're going to have to read. And, I mean, because aren't you worth it? You're not worth going to the library and reading up on your illness, reading up on how it came, what are different alternatives to beat it. I mean, aren't you worth it? I was worth it. I definitely went to the libraries. I definitely got magazines. I got books. I did all the research I could on holistic things to do, and all because it was aggressive. I had a very aggressive cancer. It was so aggressive. I really can't wait till I learn how to, like, put the pictures up and all like the other YouTubers do, because I want to show y'all my pictures. I have proof. I have receipts. I'm not lying. This is what I went through. Me, Tandalea, this is what I went through. So you can beat cancer, but you have to do the research. You have to do the research. Read up on your particular cancer. And first of all, you need to know how you got it. How did it become a negative hostile force within your body? Because if you don't know how you got it, right? And let's just say you go into remission, but you continue doing the same catalytic things that caused it to grow and become a negative entity, it's going to recur. Okay? So I will give you a list of things not to eat anymore, carcinogenic things. I'll do all that on my next video, because I'm going to do a second part 2 video, and it's going to be how I beat stage 4 cancer. And in that video, I'm going to go really in detail, not belittling stage 1, 2, or 3s, and it's all different phases and types within those categories and multiple categories. But I'm saying, if I can beat stage 4 cancer, and they gave me 7 months to live, told me to admit myself into hospice and to give up, then I know what I'm talking about, because I'm still here. And as you can see, I am healthy. Too healthy. That's what I'm trying. Whatever. It's another whole nother video. But yeah. So this is all I'm saying. You have to do your own research. You have to. You have to stay open-minded. You have to stay open-minded. It's not, oh, I don't want to do that. I'll never do that. I'm not. No. Don't be like that. Stay open-minded. The doctors don't know everything. The doctor's word is not law. I'm telling you, the doctor bleeds just like you. He eats, sleeps, and shits just like you. He or she. Do not take their word as law. Because guess what? If I had took the doctor's words as law, I would have gave up. I would have admitted myself in a hospice. And I would be dead right now if I had to just listen to my doctor, my oncologist at the time. But no, I went against the grain. I went against what she said. I actually packed up and relocated to a whole different city and state. I left Greensboro, North Carolina. I went to Wilmington, Delaware. And then I actually sat down with my oncologist when she came into the hospital with me, because I had to get admitted to the hospital because I was having another stroke-like symptoms. And then that's when they realized, oh gosh, you don't have no insurance. You don't have, you're stage 4. You don't have a place to live. You don't have nothing. So that's when all the counselors and guess what? That's what I needed. I needed to hit rock bottom, and I needed to reach out for help. That's my next thing. Reach out for help. Humble yourself. Okay? I mean, reach out for your friends and family, because they're going to fail you. You might have one or two at the most that's going to be there, ride or die, rock hard soldiers with you. But most people, they're just going to play you to the side. I've talked about that numerous times. They're going to fail you. So don't put your faith into them. Reach out for help. You go that extra mile. When you're in the hospital room, you ask to speak with the counselor. You ask to speak with a social worker. And you explain and you be honest. I don't care if you have someone in the next bed next to you and you don't want them to hear your business. Fuck that. You're dying. Anybody can hear my business. I was very vocal. And I let them know. So you have to be open up, because it's resources out there, and it's information, and it's help, and coming from so many different ways. But if everyone wants to stay closed in the box, listening to that one oncologist and being a little stubborn, and you know what I'm saying, it's like, you're gonna die. You're going to die. Cancer is set up to kill us. And when you're fighting cancer, you are fighting. You don't have that time frame to fuck around, to play around with it. It's your life, and it's here and now. Like, it's urgency involved with cancer. And that's at any stage. Okay? That's at any stage. But you have to do your resources. You have to open up your mind. You have to reach out. You have to not listen to the oncologist. And it's hard to get second and third opinions, because when it comes to cancer, especially if you stay in a city and state where you got diagnosed at, other oncologists don't really want to touch your situation. They just want to keep you with that. I don't know if it's like an unwritten law amongst doctors, but it's hard because they're not going to go against what the first oncologist said. The only reason I got different results is because I moved out of the city and state that I got diagnosed in initially. I moved to a different city and state, and there, that doctor was like, oh no, we're going to switch up your entire plan. She was like, we're going to beat this. She was like, instead of 8-hour increments of chemo, we're dropping down to 4-hour increments. Instead of going to the cancer center, we're going to admit you into the hospital and administer it there, which I honestly felt it was better. And then on the sideline, I had already did my research on what was carcinogenic that I was doing to myself, unbeknownst to me, that was causing me to have cancer and for it to spread and for it to stay. So I alleviated stress. I alleviated sodas. I stopped eating red meat. I stopped eating starch, anything white sugar, white noodles, like anything, white potatoes. Like I just stopped cold turkey because I had to. I'm fighting for my life, and I'm helping you fight for yours by making this video. I am telling y'all, you can beat cancer. You can do, if you're willing to do the work. If you're willing to do the work, just like this, and that's basically with anything in life. You can have a good credit score if you're willing to do the work. You can start a business if you're willing to do the work. You can you can beat cancer if you're willing to do the work. And that's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to make my videos shorter, so I apologize that it's going this long, but there are ways to beat cancer. You can beat cancer. I did it. Okay? Now this is Tony Speaks, and I told you I'm going to make a part 2 video about this, and I'm going to go more in depth. I'm going to go way more in depth about beating cancer. I'm going to pull out and show y'all actually things that I use and I used, and things that foods that I eat and foods that I stopped eating, and things that are highly carcinogenic for you. I mean, I am really going to help you. This is why the Most High, no, I'm not super religious, so do not click off of my page and unfollow me, because a lot of people don't like that Bible thumping or shoving God down people's throats, and I'm not like that, because I don't like that either. Okay? But I am spiritual, and I honestly believe the Most High saved my life and kept me here as my purpose to help others. And that's what my YouTube page is about. Helping you. Even if it's one time I make a video just to help make you laugh. Or a video to motivate you. Or a video to inspire you. Or to educate you. This is Tony Speaks. And I'll see you in part 2. Thanks for watching.